Good morning, everybody. This is Angie Oldenburg. It is 11 a.m. here in Wisconsin. Just checking to make sure I'm on live. Give me a comment if you're seeing me okay. I'm just checking my phone. I am going to be wrapping up our event today. No comments yet. I know you guys have been watching this morning. Maureen just got done, so you're probably in the restroom or grabbing something to drink. So I think I'm on. Okay, good. Alrighty, so I'm going to get started. Again, my name is Angie Oldenburg, coming to you from Wisconsin. I currently have a group of ladies out in my garage making Christmas cards, so they are on their own for the next few minutes while we're doing this together. So I chose a 12 by 12 one sheet wonder also. Maureen just did one, and I think Diane did a 12 by 12. Lots of options for all of these. My goal with my presentation is to give you a way that you can make as many cards as possible in as quick of time as possible, because during the holidays or leading up to the holidays, it gets a little harried sometimes. And so being able to make some quick cards is very valuable. So what I'm using, I'm in the section of, this is our mini catalog. I'm in the section that is looking at the quick and easy options. So in here we've gone through our catalogs before with you guys, but just in case if you need a review, we've got the card bases and ephemera packs, which have greetings, images, all that sort of things. There's tags on that page, and then the next page has a bunch of tag templates, or templates that you can just copy with whatever supplies you have, and a whole bunch of samples. And then the next page is the kit that I'm going to use, or not a kit, it's a package of Specialty Designer Series paper. And it's the Little Bit of Festive 12 by 12. The fun thing about some of these paper packs that we have now, and we've had a couple of them but previously in other catalogs, and there's going to be more coming. Just a little sneak peek of what we got to see the upcoming catalogs. They have Designer Series paper included, and then they also have these punch outs so that you can put together quick and easy cards. The other thing that is in the quick and easy section is our Memories and More packets, and those are also ways that you can make additional cards, and of course use them for scrapbook options as well. So this little Designer Series pack is what I'm using today. So here's the 12 by 12 template we're going to do. Hi there, Sharon. All right, somebody is watching. Good deal. I'm glad to see that somebody is seeing me. This is the template I'm doing. So they are some pretty big pieces. So certainly you could get more out of a 12 by 12 sheet if you wanted to. But this is a simple cut, and I'm not going to be able to cut my DSP for you today because my paper trimmer's out with my card class in case they needed it. But basically the first cut can either be this 5.5 inch cut here, and then do 4 inch, and then you can do the 2.5 from there, and then the 4 inches that are left, and then this is just 2.5, 2.5, 2.5. All of these are 2.5 by 4, and then there's one that's 2 inch by 4 down here in the corner. So every piece of the card is cut, or the sheet is used, and there's no waste on this one. Okay, so my goal when I was making these cards initially, I just sat down and I started making cards. I didn't have a plan necessarily of how many I was going to make. I just started putting them together. And so I have that group of cards that I will show you at the end. And in the meantime, well, actually, maybe I'll show them to you at the same time. So I'll kind of show you the red version and then the blue version, because, sorry, there's nothing on here right now. Grab my paper. I have all of this already punched out. These are the punch outs that you get. You get frames, and then there's a nice big strip of this diagonal sheet, the light bulbs, the Christmas tree. So obviously I'm using these pieces in some of the cards. And then there were 3 full 12 by 12 sheets. So here's the red and green version. Um, and then there was a red and kind of pine bough version, and then the blue that we're going to use to make the cards. All right, so the first one, I got to get myself organized here. What we're going to do, I'm going to show you this one first. So some of these, this is not included in the, actually it is, I forgot. I did use one of these big pieces as a background, so you can just barely see it. And then I punched out one of these rectangle pieces for this layer. There's no stamping on here other than the greeting. So that's how easy a card can be with these designer series paper. We're not going to do a version like this with the blue, but I just wanted to show you that one. I was going to say, the other thing I'm using today, the stamp set, is the Greetings of the Season, which has all of these different holiday greetings in them. You can mix and match. So that's the stamp set we're using. And then, all right, let's get going with this. So this is the red version. And again, all of these are little punch outs from the designer series paper. So I'm using crumb cake for the base on this one, just a typical size. And then these 2 pieces are two of the 2.5 by 4 from the One Sheet Wonder. And all I did was kind of angle them, and you can certainly use the same side of both of them if you wanted to. And we're just gonna put them down quickly. I counted, I think I had 9 cards out of this pattern, not including that full sheet one that I just showed you before. So I like to offset these when there's different patterns, because you can see all of the prettiness that there is. And then let me get my ink, my stamp. I'm just using Night of Navy instead of the real red on this one. And this is the Merry Christmas. You can see I've used it a lot. And then the white is just scraps from my scrap bin. We all have white scraps laying around. And especially these 1-inch scraps that come from when we're doing white layers on things. So I'm going to grab some dimensionals. Hope everyone is doing well this morning. I need to get back into the group and see all of the presentations. I've not been able to watch any, unfortunately, so far. Looking forward to seeing everyone else's ideas. Putting this across the bottom, and then I just thought this tag was kind of cute. Thought it would be cute to add. There's all kinds of fun little pieces on these punch-out pages, and then I'm gonna put dimensionals on the bear, on his head anyway, and on the body. Oops, I have to put him up so I don't cover the greeting. Cute. And then this little gingerbread guy I thought was kind of cute too. And the other fun thing about these, I mean, you can, gosh, there's no set way to add these little pieces on here. Maybe I'll put him right here. So there's the first one. There's also all of these little stars that are in the punch out. So maybe I'll add a little bit of foil shine to this little guy. Do there. Like with embellishments, I tend to do things like this in threes. Let's see. Let's tuck this one in there. Like that. Alright, so I'm going to put the blue version by the red version, and we will go from there. Alright, next one is, yep, I want to make sure I got the right one in the pile here. So this is the piece in the template, or in the 12 by 12 sheet that is the 2" by the 4", so it's a little thinner. And I love this truck. That's one of the punch outs. Absolutely adorable. That's where you wish there was more than one, because I just love that little truck. And I pre-punched out the labels. Hi everybody. I'm just checking everybody's comments here quick while I'm taping. So you certainly could add other layers on top of, or underneath this, like put a white layer under here, or to make it a little bit more detailed. But again, we're going for quick and easy on these. And how many can we get done fast if we're running late on getting our Christmas cards done, which sometimes happens, with everybody. Or you just got another card from someone that you didn't expect you were going to get a card from, and you need to send one out quick. Another way to make some easy ones. Alright, so we're just going to set that there. And then I am going to, most of my greetings from this set are out with my ladies in the class. So we're going to do season greetings on this one. They wanted me to do the live out in the garage with but they would have been way too noisy. You guys would have never heard anything I said. They're visiting too much out there and having a good time. So, alright, so then we're going to put this up here. And again, I'm going to add in just a little bit of shimmer and shine with these little these little stars. I agree, Maureen. Using the ephemera packs, I always have to make sure I'm saying that correctly. It sometimes doesn't want to come out right. It's so fun because, usually none of your, usually there's only one of each item, so all of your cards are different. So there's number 2. All right, number 3 is this one. So this one I did put the layer of the white around the 2.5" by 4" piece. And I'm using a different color card base because this also coordinates with, this is Pool Party, and it coordinates with the back side of this Designer Series paper. So white layer, the Designer Series paper. Oops. Gotta slow myself down so my layers are correct. There we go. And then I am orienting it this way because I wanted to use this Christmas tree with the snow. So I'm gonna put it, we're gonna put this down first, kind of smack dab in the middle. And then we're gonna put our layer here. I'm going to attach that right to the card front. I'm not going to put it up on dimensionals because I'll put the other little trees up with some dimensionals. So do this. And then we've got a couple more trees here. I think my Stampin' Seal is getting a little empty. Actually, you know what? I was going to put that up on dimensionals. Sorry. Have a little bit of depth. And I'm going to put this one up on dimensionals too. Alright, so we'll put that tree there. We just want to make sure there's going to be enough room for my punch with my greeting. And I'm going to kind of put this one down a little bit. And then, let's see, we'll do the happy holidays. The nice thing about this stamp set is you can mix and match either the script or the blocked font together. You can have them both the same, or you can do one script and one more of a regular font. So it's kind of fun to have different looks for different cards. Tuck it behind one tree and in front of the other. There we go. And I'm going to put these little stars. What is it? Seems like that would be more of a tree topper kind of a star. Look right here. And let's see. This one I'm going to put up on a dimensional. That's a little bit bigger. And I'm going to find one of my mini dimensionals. And let's see, maybe I'll do this one also on a mini. These are black minis, but it'll work okay. This one's almost a little too small. Let me get my scissors. Cut it in half. My fingers are too big for these tiny dimensionals. I know I should use the tweezers, but I'm too impatient with those. Alright, and we'll put that on top of that tree. So, there we go. Number 3. Good morning, Diana. Alright, so next one. On to number 4. This is probably the most simple, easy one. I use the same sides of the Designer Series paper. And then again, this is a punch out right from that Designer Series paper pack. And then again, using the Pool Party for my base. And I wanted to, the one thing I did have a little challenge, some of the punch outs are mostly green and red. And so for this blue paper, I had a little bit more of a challenge to find some of the blue ones. But I thought with the wire of the bulbs being more blue, that it worked fine. So let's put these guys down on the front. I love this checker board design, plaid, all kinds of ways to describe that. And then I just cut out for this one, since there was no white in the middle of it, or there is actually a white that you can punch out, and I thought about it too late after I already used it for something else. So I just cut out a circle from the Stitch Circle Dies, and it fits right underneath there. So I'm going to stamp my greeting on there. We're going to just use the Seasons Greetings. Kind of put it right in the middle. And I'm going to put this one up on dimensionals. So what else is everybody planning for today? Getting out and about with Christmas market sorts of things, vendor fairs, anything fun going on in your communities this weekend? I'm just going to put a little bit of tape. To attach to the circle. And there we go. I think I'll leave the stars off of this one. I kind of like it just being plain. Certainly could use other embellishments, or put a little ribbon down here or something. So that is that one. Okay, how many have we done now? We are none. That was number 4. Go to number 5. This again is a really simple one because this big flower, the poinsettia, is a punch out. Just easy. Slap that on a card front and you got a card. And then one of the, so 3 of these pieces are 5.5 by 4 for a U.S. market. That's going to cover the whole length of your card stock or your card front. So that's what I did on this one. I just ran it top to bottom. I didn't trim anything. And so we're going to do that on this one as well. Use one of these full pieces. So it goes right top to bottom. If you wanted to have just the nice layering, you could certainly trim it off. Oh boy, I layered that on crooked. So you know what you do when you do that? You flip it over and you take your little scissor and you trim off the edge. Because that happens sometimes. And then it fits. Okay, so then I picked this wreath out of the punch outs. I thought it was really pretty. And then I just wanted a white piece behind it so I could stamp in there. And so let's use Happy Holidays on this one. Again, I'm going to put it up on dimensionals. Hey Michelle, how are you today? Rosalind, what else we got? Vicky, I think I saw you already. Let's see. Sharon, hello. Alright. I'm going to do that a little higher on this guy. And again, just a little bit of tape. Could certainly use glue on this too. I'm just moving fast to see how many we can get done in a short amount of time here. That was actually one of my goals, to see how many cards I could put together in a 30-minute time slot. We'll see how it works. I'm almost at 30 minutes. So then I just wanted to add a little bit of something. I thought that would be cute at the bottom of a wreath to have a poinsettia. I don't know what the right way to pronounce that is. Just like that. And I like this one that it has a little bit of gold shimmer in it already, so wouldn't necessarily need to put any embellishments on that one, but you certainly could if you wanted to. There we go with that one. All right, I have one more already prepped, and then I've got some just other pieces that we can play with a little bit for a few minutes. So this is the next one I put together. Actually, I take that back. This one I don't have a template ready for. This is another one of the punch outs that comes out as a layer. but it works perfectly with crumb cake with the little gingerbread guys. So my planned out cards, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But like I said, you can get a lot more out of here because I have several other pieces that are still left that I have not made into cards. Let me just grab them. I still have 1, 2 of the 2-inch or 2.5-inch by 4, and then 2 of the back layers. So we'll see if we can use this up to completely use up the 12 by 12 sheet. I don't know if I like that. I think I might just use that one on card by itself, which would not be part of the 12 by 12. So let me put this layer down, and then we'll start just adding some embellishments or pieces of the punch outs. And these are the remaining pieces of punch outs that I have. So there's so many. There's I think two sheets of them that you get. And I think the one I was thinking about using for this was the little gingerbread house. Let me get a little layer. I actually have a circle that was punched out for another reason, so maybe I'll just do. I'm flying by the seat of my pants now, ladies. That, since I don't have my paper trimmer, that makes it a little bit more difficult to come up with ideas. And my white scraps are also out in the garage with the girls making cards. So maybe we'll do that on top of there and go like that. That one might be a wait and see. We'll put that one on the back burner. So the other ideas I had for these other pieces. Let me grab a navy. I'll make another one. Since these are, you could also use them this way or alternate them and then add something in the middle. So Christmas tree, Christmas bulbs, there's so many ideas. Okay, so I won't waste your time putting all of those together. I'll show you the other ones that I did in the red version so that you can get either ideas. Let me close up my ink. Alright, so the red version, here was, that's where I put the 2 strips of the remaining 2.5 by 4, like I was doing with these. Right down the middle I put a red layer and then a white layer, and then put the Christmas tree and the ribbon, and did a Merry Christmas. And then this one is another one of the frames, so that actually this is an extra beyond just the 12 by 12 with the drums and the little holly berries. And then this one is one of the backgrounds with the full-size background, and another one of these wreaths with a greeting in the middle. So you can get at least 10 or 11 cards out of a 12 by 12 sheet doing it this way, and certainly more with the additional frames and layering pieces that you have in this designer series paper. So for each of the, if you have 3 pages of 12 by 12, that's probably 35 or 40 cards at a minimum that you can get out of this package of paper. So I absolutely love it. It went together super easy when I was putting these cards together, just because it's fun to mix and match them all. So I hope you enjoyed it. I will have a copy of the template for you so that you can cut your paper, and pictures of the varying cards that I did today. Sorry for the harried way of doing this, but again, I've got a class of ladies out in the garage at the same time here, so I don't want to be away from them for too terribly long if they need some assistance. They're all experienced stampers though, so they're probably doing fine. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments, and I hope you had a wonderful day, wonderful event. I am the last presenter. I think Joy may be popping on at some point in the weekend with her projects. Um, and if you have any questions, ask the demonstrator that invited you. Place an order through her if you're interested. Use her host code, and you'll get the template that we're all putting together with all of the layout options. All right, I hope you have a wonderful day. This is our last event before the holidays, too, so have a wonderful holiday season, and we'll see you in the new year.